Vice Chancellor, other members of the faculty in the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be with you all in this inauguration of the distance education program, about which the speakers before me have spoken. I'm not an educationalist, nor a philosopher, nor a spiritualist. I normally speak on my experience in the institution of Lokayukta Karnataka. I normally choose audience who are, in average, much younger than this audience, because I'm of the opinion that people of my age and near about the age are not doing justice to this country. Therefore, I thought if I share my experiences in whatever gathering, whatever program it may be, maybe we could bring about some change in the decades to come. In this process, I've been to more than 746 educational institutions only to explain it to them my views and interact with the audience. After coming to the institution of Lokayukta, I feel in retrospect that I was a frog in the well even when I was a judge of the Supreme Court. I really did not know what was happening in the society, what was the problems of the people at large. It is this institution of Karnataka Lokayukta which opened up my eyes. I don't speak anything other than my experience in any function. When Professor Arpita contacted me to participate in this program, I told her I did not know much about distance education and I speak only about my experience. She said, doesn't matter, you participate in the program, I am here before you. Karnataka Lokayukta is a holistic institution, the object of which is to oversee good governance, including prevention of corruption, nepotism, and arbitrariness in administration. In the process of working in that institution, I saw a lot of injustice, sufferings of the people, from an institution called governance. An institution created to administer and help people. People were denied basic facilities which was assured to them by the government. And their suffering was such which could really make others understand, if at all they were working in that institution. Two things which I noticed there was, the cause of this was greed and lack of humanism. Professor Venkatrao said that my institution disposed of 12,000 cases in 5 years. Sir, I would like to correct you. We disposed of 26,820 cases in that 5 years. Apart from the anti-corruption activities which Lokayukta police did, these 26,000 plus cases were in regard to the complaints the ordinary citizens had because of the inaction or malaction on the part of the governance. I saw corruption of that magnitude. They had no respect for the feelings of the people. The corrupt had no respect. They saw the sufferings of the people, but they didn't do anything. I would like to give two examples of what I saw and what the Lokayukta did. In 2008, a handicapped tailor from Bagalkot with a 6-month-old child came to my office, kept his child in the floor of the office and begged of me to please look after the child and they're going to run away. I asked them to lift the child and tell me what's the problem. I said, this child is otherwise perfectly all right, but its alimentary canal system is not completely developed in as much as the rectum of the child had not developed. It was eating through the mouth, defecating through the mouth. A medical problem which is well known to the medical society. The general practitioner in Bagalkot told the parents to take the child to a super speciality hospital. They did that. They took the child to a government medical college hospital. The pediatric surgeon there said, he will do it. He'll reconstruct the alimentary canal, that's the rectum part of it. But it will cost you this much money. The parents offered whatever money they had. The doctor says that for this money, I'll make a hole near the rib cage so that the fecal matters can keep going out there. A government doctor who's paid sufficiently handsomely by the government, seeing the condition of a 6-month-old child, couldn't help the child without bribe. They brought the child to Bangalore. We could have got rid of the problem by giving a letter of recommendation to Victoria Hospital or Bowring Hospital to get rid of the problem. But we thought we should help this child in some manner or other. My colleagues and officers thought they will do the job. So they went to various super speciality hospitals in Bangalore. I'm not an admirer of super speciality hospitals. I know how they please. But in this effort, we succeeded. And the Manipal hospital in the old airport road said, we will do it free. Send the child. And we sent the child. 1 month the child was there. And today, ladies and gentlemen, that child is growing perfectly like a normal human being. Just imagine what greed can do, especially to the have-nots. If this is the greed part of it, let me give you another example of lack of humanism. We all think we are born human beings. I have a doubt. I once read in a Kannada article where the author says, no, we don't. We're not born human beings. In Kannada he says, become what you want to become in life, but become a human being first. Just see this doctor. He had the opportunity of educating himself. He comes and joins a government hospital which is today meant for the poor. But he didn't have the heart to treat a 6-month-old child, which he was bound to do in law and he was bound to do under his professional ethics. This is what greed does to people. We have hundreds and hundreds of examples of that in that institution. I'm just giving this one because to me I think it appeals better for the audience. Take the other one, the lack of humanism. In 2011, an air marshal rang me up from Hyderabad and he told me 2 days back his niece had died in a road accident in Bangalore, 18-year-old girl. And the body has not been released because no post-mortem was done. The body was in a government hospital in Bangalore. He pleaded with me to intervene and get the body. A vehicle was waiting outside that hospital for 2 days with people ready to take the body. I went to that hospital, I met the superintendent. The superintendent pleaded his ignorance. He said, didn't even know the body is here in this hospital. He summoned the doctors who were directed to do the postmortem. They gave all sorts of excuses. Then I said, I will not leave this hospital until you complete the postmortem and deliver the body to the people who have come to collect it. They did it. After 2 hours, the body was released to the people who had come to collect it. Ladies and gentlemen, where was this humanism in this? We love to call ourselves human beings, a species superior to other species. But in reality, are we human beings? As the author said, we might be born as Homo sapiens, not as human beings. There's a vast difference between the two. It's only if you acquire humanism, you become a human being. I think these are two qualities we have to inculcate. I, for one, feel that it is the society which is responsible for the present failings. We live in a society which respects wealth and power only. There is no respect for honesty and hard work. That's why I go to youth organizations, educational institutions, urging them to build a society which boycotts the corrupt. I think all of us can contribute towards that. What is education today? Knowledge? Knowledge which leads to making wealth? Yes, knowledge is necessary, wealth is also necessary. But along with that, values which our forefathers taught us, which the society has forgotten, and gradually the people in that society are forgetting. Competition is to make money, nothing else. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you should contribute towards building up a new society which boycotts the corrupt and respects the honest. You all have a responsibility in regard to that. What is the growth of greed in this country? You all have read in the newspapers. In 50s we had a scam called the Jeep scam. The loss suffered by this country was 52 lakhs of rupees. Huge money in 50s. Then there was Mundra scam of LIC, Dalmia scam of Bharat Bank, Nagarwala scam of Central Bank. Every time the information came to the public domain, the zeros started increasing in that value. 86 were a major scam, Bofus. The amount lost was 64 crores. Compare 50s, which was in lakhs. 80s, it came into crores. 2010, 2 scams, Commonwealth Games, 70,000 crores. Like vested interests may say it is hypothetical figure, but the CAG has said the loss is 70,000 crores. 2G the same year, the loss is 1,76,000 crores. What does it mean to an ordinary man of Karnataka, let us say? The entire budget for 2012-2013 in the state of Karnataka is only 1,32,000 crores for a population of 6.50 crores for the entire year. And in one scam, handful of few people Take away that money of 1,76,000 crores. In 2008, I saw a picture in a vernacular newspaper called Vijay Karnataka. It depicted the photo of a lady in a rural area in North Karnataka sitting in a totally desolate place with a pot next to her and scraping the topsoil with her bare fingers. The article below that said, she has walked 5 kilometers in search of one pot of water. And she gets that one pot of water, she's a happy person. For a family of 5 members, that is the water available for drinking and cooking. Forget bathing and washing. This is 2008, a state which claims to be a developed state. The very same year, the CAG reported to the government of India, out of the lakhs and lakhs of crores given to various states for supply of drinking water only, CAG found 52,000 crores of rupees have been diverted. We have thousands of schemes. How much money is sanctioned? How much is utilized? And how much is secreted? Count the number of zeros in that 52 lakhs, count the number of zeros in that 1,76,000 crores. Ladies and gentlemen, if this society has to survive further, if you all have to live in a peaceful world, I think all of you must develop that sense of responsibility, sense of satisfaction, contentment, what we call in vernacular as tripti. If you develop that quality of being satisfied with what you legitimately earn, I think you have gone a step higher. Contentment, satisfaction is the most important thing in life. And I speak to the students, I say, you must have ambition, ambition to grow, ambition to become somebody big, ambition even to be rich. Legitimately earned wealth is no product of sin. Otherwise, it is. Simultaneously, we have to acquire humanism in our journey of life, without which we are not complete Homo sapiens. Therefore, my appeal to you, ladies and gentlemen, you are, irrespective of your age, have joined this course. I wish you all the best. Become successful and utilize it for your benefit as also to the benefit of the society. But along with that, also develop contentment in life and humanism. I say to the youngsters this, not for the sake of myself, my days are numbered, but for your future, the future of your children. I keep telling in the whatever educational institutions I go to, that I was never studying, I had 2 subjects, moral science and civics. Moral science taught me the goods and bads of life, do's and don'ts of life. Civics taught me my right vis-a-vis the right of others. Where are those subjects? It's become irrelevant. In one of my visits to educational institution, I asked the staff, the teachers, during my student days I had these subjects. Do you have those subjects? No, we teach them value-based education, give them value-based education. Means how to make money. I'll tell you how systematic the corruption has become. Yesterday I was reading in Times of India a news item, and I took the clipping out of that. Ladies and gentlemen, this says builders plan to meet babus to see cut in the bribes they take. Times of India. published this news item. They want the government officers to reduce the bribe. And what is the bribe? They are given a list of it. These are builders. So for getting extra FSI, they demand and collect 950 rupees per square feet. Please calculate per square feet. Then amended plan and commencement certificate, 1,300 rupees. Then for occupation certificate, 2,700. TDR, 900. Letter of intent, 350. NOC from Fire Brigade, 182. Title clearance, 2 lakhs per building. Declaration of amenity, 2.5 lakh per building. How systemic it is. It reminds me of a drama which I saw called Lanchavatara in 50s. Master Hiranyaya plays the part of the... There is a board outside. In the afternoon, if you go at between 1 and 2, it says gone for lancha. Then the next board is for this work, this much. For this work, this much. For it, so no haggling. Everybody knows the rate. This is the stage at which we are. I think we have to change this society. I hope you all will try towards that. Thank you very much for listening.